Welcome to the Warframe Weapon Encyclopedia, where today we're checking out the Jaw Sword. Now the Jaw Sword is one of the few weapons that you can get a blueprint for from Nightwave, and it's basically as cheap as it gets. It's around 50 Nightwave credits to get the blueprint, and then to build it you put in 15,000 credits, 1 Morphic, 500 Ferrite, 300 Rubido, and 75 Polymer bundles. The Jaw Sword is a, sword that doesn't require any mastery rank whatsoever, so you can pick it up whenever, and it does primarily slash damage with a little bit of puncture and impact on the side. It has pretty bad crit of only 8% with a below average 1.5 times crit multiplier, though the status chance is luckily at 16%, which is not too bad. And other than that, it's pretty average whether we're talking about attack speed, range, or even a follow through. It does have its own unique mod though, called Blade of Truth, which gives you 100% extra melee damage, and the Truth effect, which once you gather enough affinity will explode, dealing 1000 gas damage and proccing gas on all enemies within 25 meters, and it restores 25% of your maximum health while also increasing the velocity of your wall latch, aim glide, and bullet jump by 25% for 30 seconds. You can get this mod by either buying it from other players using Platinum, or if you're aligned with the Arbiters of Hexes, you can buy it for 25,000 standing if you're the rank of Crusader or higher. Now, since this doesn't require a mastery rank at all, let's check out an extremely basic setup first, which is just gonna be this: put on Pressure Point for damage, Fury for some attack speed, and then Shocking Touch and Fever Strike, or whatever kind of damage you have. This will give you more than enough damage to get you through the early stages of the star chart, and it's actually pretty fun to use as well. But if for whatever reason you want to squeeze a little bit more out of your Jaw Sword, I would recommend a setup like this instead, which invests heavily into status, specifically Slash and Vital. Now, since we are not scaling crit on the weapon, we have few more mod slots to play around with, which means we have a flex slot, and I'm currently running primed reach in it, which is a good thing to do on most weapons, as more range is generally good. But if you don't feel like you need the extra range from primed reach, you can easily replace it with something like Arnis Mandible for more slash and status, Healing Return for more healing, or the Blade of Truth mod for extra damage and the Truth effect. Now, for a weapon that doesn't require a mastery rank and is also as cheap as it can be basically, the Jaw Sword can actually do a surprising amount of damage. As in, it will easily stay with you throughout the entire star charts, and you can even take it into some early sorties as well. Plus, since not very many people use the Jaw Sword, it has always had very high Riven disposition, meaning that you can get a Riven for it and turn it into a fantastic stat stick. Now, the Jaw Sword is of course not without its faults. The low crit chance hurts it in the high levels, but for what it is, this is an absolutely excellent weapon that's definitely worth picking up if you're a newer player. Plus, the stat stick potential on this one means that it could actually be useful for a more seasoned player as well, assuming you have a Riven for it. So yeah, the Jaw Sword, a surprisingly cheap and solid weapon. And that's pretty much it for the video, so I thank you very much for watching. As always guys, I hope you've enjoyed it and found it helpful, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.